of people are under the mistaken impression that the Food Bank of the Albemarle is in fact located here in Elizabeth City, and that everything that we do is based, is based on what comes in and out of this building for the people right in this immediate vicinity. And when in reality, the Food Bank of the Albemarle is a warehousing facility. We're the staging point at which foods come in from a variety of sources. They can come in from federal government programs, state programs, manufacturers, individual contributors from food drives. And what the Food Bank of the Albemarle does here is, in this 20,000 square foot warehouse that we have, we warehouse and inventory all of those things and then distribute it out, surprisingly enough, across a 15-county area in northeastern North Carolina. That 15-county area is actually larger than the state of Connecticut. So we're like a state within a state, so to speak, in the sense that the people who need our services, those are people in 15 counties, the entire northeastern part of the state. We're able to do that because we have over 130 individual member agencies all across that 15-county area. And those agencies could be after-school programs, it could be a soup kitchen, a food pantry, any number of different programs. We distribute the food through the agencies. Where there are parts of counties that are underserved with respect to the fact that there is not an agency close by, then we conduct what are called mobile food pantries. That mobile food pantry goes out into those parts of the 15 counties where people don't have easy access to one of those 134 agencies. We're very, very fortunate because area restaurants and also area supermarkets, Food Lion, Farm Fresh, and others, very often have food that is perfectly fine. Maybe it's past the used by date, but absolutely is safe and perfect for our needs. And so we have drivers who go around to all of these various restaurants, Food Lions and so forth, and retrieve that food, and it is immediately then made available through our agencies to the people who need it. And every dollar that's donated to the food bank converts to 5 pounds of food because of our buying power, because of the donations that are given to us on food products and other products as well. And those 5 pounds of food convert over to 4 meals. So it's just, when you think about 4,600,000 pounds of food distributed across a 15-county area, that's really pretty amazing. I have a staff of only 16 people. It really is more than a job to them. It's more than a job. And then, of course, the volunteers, either here at the food bank or at the individual agencies in the 15 counties. That spirit of giving is rewarded. It is rewarded in so many ways. You can't really put a single face on the hungry. Every situation, every circumstance is a little different. It may be the senior whose fixed income just doesn't go far enough anymore. It may be a person who has had an unexpected catastrophe, an illness in their family, and so now they're having to make the hard decision of, what do I do? You know, I have rent, I have food, I have prescription drugs, and so forth. In a significant number of cases, it's food that comes out on the short end of the list.
I was a single mother for a long time, and as a result of that, had to make choices, difficult choices, to make sure that we paid the rent and maintained the household and kept groceries in the house. So my car payment would sometimes go out a little late, or something would get paid late, which had an impact on my credit worthiness later on. But I was able to manage. But long term, it took me a while to recover from that. You know, now I understand that if people get so far down that they can't dig themselves out, that we're a safety net. We're here to help bridge that gap temporarily while they get their life in order and they pick themselves back up and move on, whether it be because of an illness, a job loss, or a personal crisis at home. We can make that easier for the household, for the people these are human beings that shouldn't have to make decisions on whether or not they are going to eat versus pay the utility bill or pay the rent or make a car payment. We can hopefully help them focus those energies on things that are going to help them into a better position in life. So we have a very modest staff, but we rely heavily on volunteers. And those volunteers come in and help us with administrative duties, helping us filing, answering the phones, making phone calls for us to double check on donor information that we have, making sure our database is up to date. They come in and they help with screening for food assistance. They come in and they help in the warehouse operation, bagging groceries, going through and inspecting food, working in our food pantry, building carts to go out to the folks that come in. There's a lot of opportunity for us to work with volunteers, and it depends on what they're interested in doing. Some people want to come in and they want to do something that's 180 degrees from what their profession is. They want to get roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty, and we can accommodate that. And we have other folks who come in with some talent and want to help us with our web development, or putting information on the web, or our publications with our brochures. We always need help with many different facets of the operation. So it's not just bagging groceries. It's anything you can think of as far as business professional environment that we could use some assistance with as well.
The Walk for Hunger is our major fundraiser. I think in 2010, the Walk for Hunger brought in over $35,000 in donations. And it's on Sunday, October the 9th. People from across the 15 counties will be coming to Elizabeth City, to Charles Creek Park, to do the 4.1 miles. Very enjoyable. We'll have water stops and rest stops along the way. It's a great event. Registration starts at 12:30 in Charles Creek Park. The walk itself begins at 2. We have live entertainment, kids activities, kids games, face painting. It really is going to be fun this year. But it's Charles Creek Park on Sunday the 9th. Registration at 12:30 and the walk starts at 2. But I really hope your congregation understands how much they have meant to us. They're really constant and abiding support. Whether it's always possible to back that up with a check or whatever, but we've always known that you're on our side. And that means a great deal to us. This goes beyond just the mechanics of a truck and an agency in a 15-county area. At the end of the day, when all of us go home and when all of these volunteers walk away from this building, it's not the figures that they remember, it's the faces. It's the faces. And I know that Good Shepherd, I know that the people at Good Shepherd, if they could see the faces and the impact that their generosity is having on these people's lives, they would puff up with pride. I mean, it's something to really be proud of. You've blessed us in ways that we could never thank you enough for.